Welcome ladies and gentlemen, Brad Carlin-Smith here for the Hopkins Group, Head of Property Sales in Victoria. About time we gave you a bit of a market update. So we've left it till the end of February. So this is essentially going to be a quick summary for the Christmas New Year period and then the month of February that we've just seen go past. Firstly, what I want to talk about is the run into December and January of last year. We saw a slight increase in volume in property sales, and certainly the sentiment across the market was one of increased confidence. And why wouldn't it be? The market had basically been through its slump. We had seen what we thought was the bottom of the pricing cycle, and definitely what we saw leading into Christmas from November through to December and into January definitely was an increase in demand, and we saw a slight increase in price. That's a great thing. The other interesting thing we noticed in January was the volume of people that had continued to shop in the market for good quality property. And in the second week of January, we were still seeing numbers anywhere from 10 to 15 per open home, which was a great sign that this year is going to be slightly different to last year, and we all rejoice that. In the month of February, it's no real different to what we saw leading into late last year, and that's an increase. We started off the month with clearance rates back in the auction season of high 70%. In the last weekend, we saw 80%. And this is a great thing for a couple of reasons. One, it shows that the market's confident and prepared to buy. It also suggests that because of the lack of stock volume, that more property is clearing each weekend. This can cause a bit of a problem from a stock perspective in general. Obviously, if 80% of the stock sells every weekend, fewer properties are coming back to market the following week. The demand hasn't disappeared. If anything, the demand's increasing. So what we see is greater competition. This is going to put pricing under a lot more pressure, and what we'd say is now a seller's market. Not necessarily a buyer's market, although it's still a great time to buy on the basis that rates are still very low, the lowest I've ever seen in my lifetime, and that's extensive. But we've also seen great buying conditions. Banks are more prepared to loan, maybe less onerous on some of those things that they were very strict on leading into the middle of last year. This is really positive for us, and it's positive for you also, whether you're selling or buying. We think it's a great time to be in the property market. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to finish on a little note about area specialists. What we've come to realise, and what we certainly experience on a weekly basis, moving from market to market, is it's about being a specialist. It's about being a great marketer and a fantastic property negotiator. I move through markets from Brunswick, Paran, Abbotsford, Richmond, Hawthorn, out to the west, up to the north, and out to the east and the southeast. What I see consistently is if you've got great marketing, your property is priced correctly, and if you've got a great negotiator on your side, what you'll get to see is the real benefit of selling in the current market. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we wish you all the best. Can you believe we're almost at the end of February already? It won't be long now, we'll be talking Grand Prix and Easter. I hope you've all had a great start to the year. Look forward to speaking to you next month. Take care.